Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. So clearly by the title, you are concerned about a growling stomach while fasting. It happens to everybody, right? Those who say that they don't have stomach growls while fasting, they're lying. Because it happens to me, and I know it happens to a ton of other people. It's just part of the deal, right? It's the human body at work.
Yes, science!
But there are some steps that you can do to reduce the growls, both the frequency, the loudness of them, because sometimes they can be pretty loud, and that overall sense of hunger. These are some tricks that we're going to go over that'll really help you out. This video is based off an article from wefast.care, so I'll link to that in the description so that you guys have it. It's a really great article. It was written by a doctor and a senior nutrition consultant, and she's got some really great tips, and I thought they were fantastic. So I wanted to make a video about that, especially being somebody who fasts regularly like myself, who, if you're watching this video, I imagine you fast as well, and you would like that benefit. So let's take a look at some of these tips.
At last.
So the first step is to kind of figure out what exactly are stomach growls. Why does our stomach growl? The real answer, nobody really totally knows.
What?
We have some theories and we've got some, educated guesses, but essentially the prevailing understanding is that it's gases from your small intestines working its way into your stomach, and it's just that sound. It's also can be the reason, like when you're eating, you don't really have stomach growls, is honestly food takes up a lot of that stomach room, so you're not going to get those growls as it's processing and digesting. So when you do fast and you have nothing in your stomach, well then you're going to hear the growls. So that's what they are. They're nothing to be alarmed about. They're nothing to be scared about. It's just a normal function of the human body. It happens.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can they come with hunger? Well, of course, because at that point, theoretically your stomach is empty, so you might be hungry. That's all part of it. It's totally cool. Let's talk about some of the ways to minimize these growls and the overall sense of hunger. Amazing left, a lot of these steps are very simple, and we're going to get right through them. So the first one, as crazy as it sounds and as much as simple as it sounds, this one works. Honestly, it's probably the best one for me. Drink water. Agua, as we say in Spanish. Just drink some water, man. It'll help you. Take a big cup. If you need a little bit more, drink some more. I have heard some doctors say that if you are thirsty, you're already sort of dehydrated. That's a body signal that you need the water. So drinking water will help make you feel full, but it also help you with your fasting. It's also going to help reduce the stomach growls, because now you've got a liquid in your stomach, so that helps. So once again, drink a lot of water. It'll help. If you want to change it up a little bit, sometimes I'll put some lemon juice in my water. Nothing to sweeten it, but just a little bit of lemon juice for a little bit of difference. That really helps. I know some people who put cucumber slices in their water. They don't eat the cucumber, but they just put the slices in there, and they enjoy that. That helps. If that helps you keep going, that'll be great. If you are intermittent fasting for either for health benefits or weight loss, if you're looking for those things, I would not recommend any of those, even if they're sugar-free powdery mixes to put in your water. We've looked at in other videos, and I'll link to those videos. Those sugary drinks or artificial sugars or the stimulants, they make fasting far more difficult in the long run. That's what the studies have proven. And it also creates an insulin response, so that kind of makes it harder. So you don't want to do that. And for those of you who don't know, insulin is one of the big reasons why we gain weight. And so the most you can reduce those responses, the better you're going to be at burning fat. So that's a big thing. The next one is actually something that I use personally. I take 2 of these tablets every day. Psyllium husk, fiber tablets. Yes, like an old person.
Say what?
It's totally cool. I have to go get my tablets fairly regularly so that I have a supply. They do a couple things, right? One, the fiber that expands in your stomach, helps you feel full, and helps you allow to carry on your fast longer. For those of you who are very diligent about what you put in and put out of your body, especially during a fast, you'll see at the bottom of the screen right there, I've got the nutritional facts from Carb Manager about psyllium husk and what to watch out for, and it's all right there. I'll also link to those nutritional facts from that website so that you have them and you can take a look at them, see if decide if it's right for you. Personally, I use it and I have lost 175 pounds in less than a year.
Damn!
So I don't see it as a negative, so do that with what you will. Remember that if you're going to start fasting, always talk to a doctor first or your medical professional. That's very important. You know, it's not healthcare advice that I'm giving here. It's just trying to give you guys some tips and tricks, some education from what I've learned. So yeah, psyllium husk is a big deal. It definitely helps you feel full. Another thing that I've noticed that it helps with, sometimes when we fast, we get how do I put this delicately? Psyllium husk will help with that. So it definitely got it under control for me when I first started doing longer fasts, and so I cannot say enough great things about it. So let's move on to the next one.
But wait, there's more.
So this next one is kind of a twofer, right? It's one or the other, or both, honestly, if you need to use that. Remember, fasting is very individualized, so make it work for you. Whatever you need to do to make it work, that's gonna do your best results. So this next tip is either sparkling water or black coffee.
You know what? Do you have anything sparkling? That's the one. Thank you. Domo arigato.
I don't do sparkling water. I do filtered water. Water with carbonation is a little bit weird for me, but you know, to each their own. I know people love it, and that's cool. Enjoy that if you like that. It's just not for me. But black coffee, dig it. I do cold brew coffee because I'm weird and sensitive, and I burn my tongue too easily. So I do cold brew, but it is fantastic. I have had to reduce the amount of coffee that I take every day. I've noticed the more weight I lose, the more sensitive I get to caffeine. So that's probably has to do with weight ratio to caffeine. So it's not a bad thing. It makes my coffee last longer. And with cold brew, it lasts quite a bit in the fridge, so it's all good. But yeah, it's a really good benefit. So yeah, black coffee, sparkling water, both of those things will really help you. I imagine that the sparkling will help with those hunger pains, with those growling stomachs. But you might, with the carbonation, you might be burping a little bit more. So kind of a little bit of a trade-off there, just to consider. This is for when you aren't fasting and you have an eating window. It is to eat slowly. That'll help you digest the food easier. That'll also help reduce hunger pains later, so that your intestinal system and digestive system hasn't been hit so hard because you've given the time to process by eating slower. So that's just another trick. As somebody who has lost a significant amount of weight, I did just shovel it in, right? Come on, who hasn't done that, right? If you're large and in charge, as they would say, chances are you probably ate that way, and it sucks. One of the tips I use to help slow down my eating is I eat with chopsticks now, and that really slows it down. And it's got me better at chopsticks, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely slow down your eating so that you can process the food much better. That'll definitely help. Other things that we do that can help, again, is the water, is the psyllium husk, is the coffee. There's a lot of great different things that you can do to reduce those hunger pains. Ultimately, the more you fast, the better endurance you'll build up for it. And so those hunger pains will start to reduce themselves. Those growlings will start to reduce themselves over time. So just because it's prevalent in the beginning doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever. So just know that. I liken it to running, right? You don't start with a marathon, you build up to it. So same thing with longer fasts. You know, definitely take your time to build up your endurance for it. A lot of it is mental, so you're gonna have to build up that mental fortitude. And if you do slip a few times, it's okay, as long as you keep going and as long as you keep, you know, that portion. It's what I've done. You know, it's a lot easier said than done, but ultimately I'm much happier where I'm at. Another thing that I use to continue my fast and kind of motivate me and make it fun is I use fasting dice. You're seeing them on the screen right now. I created these things. It's just designed to help you change up your eating windows regularly, kind of gamify it. There's even a cheat on there so that every now and then you get a reward, right? Because you got to live a little bit. I do recommend though that if you roll 2 cheats in a row, probably re-roll. You don't, you know, especially if you've got goals you're trying to reach. Too many cheats in a row, you know, doesn't help. So in that case, definitely re-roll. But yeah, they're there for you. Also on fastingdice.com, I have a free guide with focusing on some of the emotional aspects of eating and reducing weight. And that's a completely free guide. You just punch in your email address and it'll be emailed to you automatically. So yeah, get that free guide. It's some of the tips that helped me lose over 175 pounds in less than a year. And you know, if you're looking at making significant life changes, I've done it, man, and I'm still doing it. I literally have gone from dying in a hospice room to now I'm living. And you know, there was a lot with medication and doctors, absolutely, but I've seen the most benefit in the past year with the fasting. So you know, it can be done. You can change your life around, and I believe in you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day.